Now, before anything, shout out to Chris MD, alright, because you've inspired me to make this sort of video. But anyways, let's do this. To firstly, where it all began. Age 10, I was Chubba Monster 67. Age 11, known as Man Boob Weller. Right, it wasn't a great time. And by the age of 12, I was kicked off of my football team for being too fat. So I decided, right, this ain't me, boys. And I'm gonna become a stunning, ripped individual. Age 14, I got into that gym, and within 2 months, I looked like this. He's lethal! Turns out I was too underdeveloped to really build muscle, but I persevered. I got a couple of abdominals, right? And look at those shoulders, right? They're developing. And at age 15, I looked even more different. And then by 16, I was seriously starting to develop some stuff. By age 17 and 18, I'm done. Right? It looks like I've achieved it. I'm there, but life happened. And this is the biggest thing that anyone who tries to do this will come up against. There's food to taste, there's places to experience, there's things to do that don't allow you to keep to a fitness routine. And boys and girls, the truth is, I've actually done this body transformation so many times before. Like, I'm literally the king of being inconsistent. And it hurts. Like, it seriously does. But enough of the little sad where stories. This is how I do my body transformation. The most important thing, diet. I have a low carb diet with lots of fat and lots of protein. Drinking tons of water because that helps to flush out my system of the toxic stuff, stubborn fat cells, and it just gives you a glow. Giving myself one cheat day a week. Yes, a whole day. I need it, alright? Cardio. I normally try and do half an hour of cardio every day and more if I feel like it. Usually I do running, but if I can do something more fun like football or a sport with my mates, then 100% I'll choose that. Gym and... wait, I just want to stop the music a sec, actually, because, you know, at first, I feel everyone that starts a gym just tries to lob on as much weight as possible and being like, oh, I can lift 18 kilos. I'm better than you. Apart from the fact, that's a load of Even though I've done it so many times, whenever I start my transformation for the 58th time, I always begin by doing lightweight, high rep, because you want to activate all the little complex muscles. And I only go 3 days a week at the beginning, because otherwise it's too much. As well, I do at this point just want to say, I stopped taking antidepressants. Now, this is a bit out of nowhere, I know. But I stopped taking my medication for my depression about 6 months ago. And I'm saying this because I realised that the biggest medication for me is actually working out, exercising, and looking after myself. If I do that, eat well, and get enough sleep, it makes me want to work harder doing videos, and it just makes my whole life better. Rather than rely on some tablet to make all my problems better, me actively taking control and putting in the work consistently, in the long run, just has made me so much happier. And that is the most important thing for me. Alright, now we are smashing through this, but boys and girls, I do now want to let you know about probably my biggest heartbreak within fitness and training and getting in shape. That is actually, there's two. Number one, my boxing match. Yes, obviously, as you can imagine, I trained for 7 months, really believing that, oh, if you put in the work, then you're going to get what you deserve. Well, I didn't. Right? And that really threw me off, obviously, because, you know, when you're training every day and you're really believing that this works, and then it just doesn't pay off, it kind of just really put me off going to the gym. Like, and it was the same when I snapped my knee. Right, I was out for a year, I lost all my gains, my knee was never the same, I wasn't allowed to run, right, bearing in mind when I was training for my boxing fight, I wasn't allowed to do any running, because I was still recovering from my snapped knee, right, so annoying, but it completely demoralises you. But with all these setbacks, you know, the same thing prevails, and that is, you know, the test of what is really going to make you happy. Giving up, quitting, just saying, oh no, enough's enough, can't be arsed. Or embracing whatever the hell happens to you and carrying on. because I know which one from experience makes me happy, as much as life makes me want to just call it a day. So I may experiment and try different things like boxing, football, whatever, but no matter the results, I'm never going to allow it to stop me being the best me possible that stays in shape, eats well, and looks after myself. Now, for those of you that have made it this far into the video, I'm now going to share my secrets into achieving the body of your dreams. Number 1, top exercises that I always use at the gym for building muscle and getting that athletic sort of look. So first up, we've got the bench press. Now, as you can see, I'm doing it very slowly and controlled on the way down, and then a nice squeeze on the way up. Don't do too heavy though, because you will end up like this bloke. Next up, we have the shoulder press. Now, this again is a nice compound exercise. You're working the arms, the shoulders, and yet again, nice and controlled, not trying to do as heavy as we possibly can. Next up, squats. Now this is class. Now at the beginning, I actually recommend doing this with no weight. You need to be able to do that for 20 reps before adding any weight. Deadlifts, yet again, start with very lightweight, do it very controlled, and this is great for doing your legs, core, back, whole load of muscles. Chin-ups, in my opinion, the best back exercise there is, and if you can't do many to begin with, then try the assisted chin-up machine. Dumbbell lateral raises, great for shoulders, works the side ones, works your traps, good for the arms. Overall, love it. For abs, I do a nice little combo, alright? So I'll do 1 minute of crunches, followed by immediately after 1 minute of these weird leg crunch things. I don't know what they're called, but 1 minute of them, 1 minute of crunches is 1 set, and I do that 3 times. Now, my next little secret, right? Well, it's not a secret, it's actually just fact. In order to cut fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. What that means is you need to be burning more calories than you're taking in. So naturally, for example, my body burns 2,000 calories a day, right? Just by existing. So I need to eat 2,000 just to make it run, right? And then any calories I burn on top of that, hopefully my body's going to use fat stores to make that energy. Does that make sense? Now, a massive error that I've made before, and so many people do, is they don't eat enough, right? Say, for example, I started only eating 1,500 calories a day. My body would go, hang about, we're not getting enough here. Activate starvation mode, right? That is legit what it does, and it just retains all the fat it can, because it's like, oh no, we're not getting enough food, so therefore we need to hold on to everything we can, and you just won't cut fat. So this is where it's key to eat enough. So calculate how many calories your body needs per day on Google. There's loads of websites that do it, so just type it in. And then I track my calories throughout the day on an app called MyFitnessPal. Alright, you can just scan the food in, type it in, easily, simply done, and it shows you how much protein, carbs, fats, all the little information that you need to know as well. Another thing is, don't expect any results, don't judge anything until you've consistently done it and stuck to it for 12 weeks straight. Next up, and try and find friends to do it with. I mean, it really helps, especially with runs that can get boring and stuff like that. But if you don't have friends that are about and maybe they can't make it, don't allow that to interrupt you, because regardless, you need to get the work done, and if not, you will feel like rubbish. Another massive thing, and this is a huge thing for consistency, and that is, if you can't get to a gym or you can't get access to the right food you need, don't just let everything slip, right? That is what I've done so many times, okay? I go on holiday, oh no, I can't get the food. I just go crazy, pig out, then I get back from holiday and I'm still pigging out, and my whole head's gone. Right, try not to do that. Enjoy life, obviously, but just stay in control. Some days you're not going to stick to your calories, right? That's just how it is. But, you know, try not to lose your head. Next, and on building muscle, it's all about trying to trick your muscles into not knowing what's coming. So obviously, we all begin with slow, controlled, high rep, low weights, right? That's what's going to build the foundation. But you're going to want to eventually introduce different styles. So one may be going heavy, right? Doing 5 sets of 5 reps, really testing your strength, right? And I recommend always doing that with someone spotting you. Another type is combining exercises, right? So you may do 10 reps of bench press and 10 chin-ups as 1 set. That way you're burning so many calories in one go, because the blood's having to rush around to the chest, to the shoulders, to the back, really having to pump. But yeah, I'm going to leave a link in the description to different ways of working out, different types of sessions to keep your muscles going. Lastly, and remember why you're doing this, okay? Because for me, I used to always do it just to try and impress girls, right? Look ripped, and I'd think all the girls would fancy me, when really they didn't care. They, you know, it's me as a person that was gonna ever get a girl. Really, you know, the main reason why I do this is because I feel the best me when I'm in shape. And yeah, it's nice to look good, so take a few pickies, why not? Be proud of it, but don't let it just rule your mind for the vanity reasons, you know, because that will mess with your head too. So yeah, but anyways, boys and girls, thank you for giving this video the time of day. I do really appreciate it. Any comments, get them in. Any questions, tweet me, put them in the comments. I'll be reading through them all. And yeah, leave a like rating if you did enjoy. If this could get to 100,000 likes, that would really be class. So yeah, thank you. Have a great day, boys and girls, and peace.